Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's review we're going to be taking a look at Wattam. This is developed by Funimera and published by Annapurna Interactive. It's also worth mentioning that this was designed by Keita Takahashi, which is also the designer behind the Katamari series. Now this year we've had quite a lot of weird, strange and unique games, and this one is no different. This one could actually be the weirdest of them all. I mean, I think you just see gameplay of this game and you would not have a single clue of what this is about. I really can't put this in a genre. I think most people see it as an action game, so we're just going to go with an action game, though it doesn't really have much action in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my best of trying to explain what the gameplay or the actions and objectives are in this game. So at the start of this game, you will control the mayor, which is all alone, and he's kind of sad. Now from here you're basically going to do little objectives that will make other characters spawn, which may be an item, maybe a tree, maybe food, maybe whatever. All these characters you can control. You'll be doing objectives like watering a plant to make it grow into a tree, and then you can control the tree can then eat other characters and then make them fruit and make them food, and then the toilet can eat the food and make poop, and then it just goes on and on. Each character kind of has their little objective or little special ability, not all of them obviously, because there's like probably about 100 different characters, from a house to, I don't know, sushi to a little stone, all the way up until controlling the sun and even other kind of bigger platforms. And in all fairness, these objectives can be fun. They're not that repetitive. It's a game that you want to take slowly since it's not really that long, and there's no rushing to do, and yeah, it's just a really chill little game. I'm not going to explain the game because I can't explain the game. It's just an incredibly weird one. There's no voice acting in it. They do have like little childish kind of voices, which kind of makes it really cute in a way. And yeah, that's really all there is to the game. Like the objectives do vary from like climbing, making it like maybe a stack of characters to make them the same height as like a bowling pin or something. That could be an objective. Other objectives could be like making a circle, holding hands and then spin around. There are a few more unique objectives, like there's this one boss battle which is kind of pretty cool, and really that's all there is to this game. I think like if it was any other game with like not as colorful characters or something, as far as gameplay goes, it could be one of the most boring games ever. But there's something about this game with the characters. The music is absolutely great. Obviously, probably even up there with the Katamari series. The music is definitely one of the strong points. Just the colors, the world design of that actually makes it a fun little game. Sadly, it is a short game, but on the other hand, I think if it was any longer, the objectives would get a bit repetitive. I think my first run I did like in 3 hours, and I wasn't really rushing it at all. There are some like post-game objectives for like trophies, which are actually pretty cool, and I did enjoy those. Like you got to figure it out yourself just by like the description of the trophy or whatever. And yeah, like once you've done the game, you basically can control any of these characters. Like I said before, some of them have their own unique little abilities and interactions with some of the other characters, and again, it's just a really strange little unique game. Now, there are a few issues I have with this game. Some of the controls, I don't think it's the controls, I think it's more of like the camera angle. When there's just a ton of characters on screen, sometimes it's actually hard to get hold of the one you like want to control, though there is another menu where you can like individually select which one you want to control, even though they may be really far away. Another thing I don't like about this game is it's kind of pretty buggy, at least at this stage. Some of the characters, like maybe after flying up in the air, because one of the characters can explode and make everybody happy or whatever, and it kind of heals people as well. Like if they've been turned into poop, you make this confetti kind of boom and it will heal them and make them go back. Sometimes they get like caught in the air and you can't really control them at all because they're just floating around. The optimization on the normal PS4 is pretty bad, like especially near the end of the game. Once you've got all the characters running around, the FPS drop pretty badly. Not to the point where it's unplayable, luckily, because it's a pretty simple game when it comes to mechanic wise, but it can be pretty annoying. I also think that if you're looking for a game that's just like pure based on gameplay, this probably is not going to be a game for you, since it is pretty simple gameplay wise. But like I said, for me it was definitely a fun game. I also think that it's a game, though it may look silly and childish at first glance, I do kind of think that it's got a pretty serious message behind it, but I don't really want to spoil the ending or anything like that. And you know, if you're into a game that has kind of these hidden emotions and messages in it, then I think you're gonna like it. It's kind of one of those games that kind of has the art factor to it, I think, or a meaning kind of factor behind it, kind of like games like Journey, but just with maybe a little bit more gameplay. And really, that's all I've got to say. From me, it's going to be a 7.5 out of 10. It's definitely one of the more unique games this year by far. And if you're looking for something different, then you should definitely go and check it out. It is only like $20, but like I said before, it's only like a 3-hour game. There is a few things that if you're not looking at guides, you'll have to figure out by yourself, which can be pretty cool. Not in the actual story, but like if you're going to 100% all the trophies. And yeah guys, hopefully this review is helpful. If it was, please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.